Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Jill Lublin's Year of Kindness, our monthly kindness circle for June 2021. For those that don't know me, my name is Mary Beth. I am Jill's assistant, and because Jill's under the weather today, I'm going to be leading the call. We have a wonderful guest speaker for you, Bernardo Moya of The Best You. And we will have our usual breakout sessions, and then we will also have Jan leading us off with a brief meditation. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started. Jan, let me spotlight you, and then you can go ahead.
Good morning, friends. Let's begin by taking a deep breath through our nose and out through our mouths. It feels so wonderful to gather with old familiar faces and new souls here today as we bring the vibration of kindness through our works, our words, our artwork, our songs, what we write out into the world. Kindness is an important limb on the tree of love. The highest vibration that will move all of us, ushering us into a new benevolent paradigm. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth, and honor yourself for being here today. Take your attention to your heart as we leave all of our to-do lists, our cares, and become to absolute presence with each other and into our sacred heart, watering the seed of kindness. Deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And we all become present, and we send a beautiful wish of wellness for dear Jill. And we surround Mary Beth with the blanket of appreciation and support and enthusiasm for this new step for her today. We are a community. Blessed be. Welcome. And back to you, Mary Beth.
Thank you, Jan. That was beautiful as always. And a reminder to everybody that Jan does invite you to join her on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific for her free weekly meditations. So if you enjoyed these last few moments as much as I did, wait till you see what she has to offer when she has more time.
Thank you.
Oops. Okay. Next, I'm going to introduce you to our guest speaker, Bernardo Moya. Just need to get him up here.
Hi, Mary Beth.
Hello, Bernardo. So I'm going to introduce Bernardo, and then he's got a wonderful little presentation for us today, and then he's going to pose a question for us, and we'll go into breakout rooms with his question after that. Bernardo Moya is an editor, author, publisher, TV producer, editor-in-chief of The Best You magazine, and CEO of NLP Life Training, the world's largest neuro-linguistic programming organization. Bernardo has been an entrepreneur for over 35 years. author, speaker, publisher, TV producer, and seminar promoter. He's also the founder of the global brand, The Best You. He has experience in the world of self-help. He is the architect behind the UK's biggest annual personal and professional development event, the Best You Expo, held in London, California, and now virtually all over the world. These global events feature speakers, workshops, and seminars from the industry's biggest names and reach audiences of over 100,000. He is a regular, straightforward, no BS kind of guy. If you're looking for someone who's down to earth, who's made mistakes but learned from them, someone who is walking his talk, that will tell you the truth, even if you don't like it, he's the guy. Everybody jazz hands. Welcome, Bernardo.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you everyone for being here. I wish also Jill a quick recovery, and I want to thank Jan for that beautiful meditation. You left me completely tranced, Jan. So look, Jill invited me a couple of months ago now to share an idea around kindness. I always believe that when it comes down to talking or speaking, I don't normally prepare, because I believe that we all have the knowledge and the wisdom within us to share whatever it is that we need to share when we need to share it. I'm a massive believer in serendipity, and I think if anything, I'm obviously someone that's been around for nearly 56 years, or over 56 years now. I've been an entrepreneur for 35 years. I have been at the forefront of personal development for 15 years, but you know, I continue to learn. And I wanted to share a story today, which is around kind of the title of my book is called The Question, Find Your True Purpose. And that will be, I'll be sharing a question later that we can ask. And the book came along with the idea of my experiences within the personal development world, and what I've learned, you know, having promoted more than 1,000 speakers and having read and studied so many great people over the years, like many of you. And I couldn't publish my book because I wasn't asking myself the empowering questions that I was asking everyone else to ask themselves. I believe that we're obliged to become the best version of yourself. And me being the representative of the best you, well, I couldn't be an average you. I don't want to be an average you. I've never wanted to be average. I never wanted to be like everyone else. I've always wanted to do more, think more, you know, and be more. But I felt that I was incongruent with my message because I wasn't necessarily fulfilling my dream in asking myself the strong, empowering questions, but most importantly, taking action. So after 30 odd years of marriage, I decided to take the step of kind of moving on and wanting to explore how and who could Bernardo become. And I decided to move away from what I was completely chasing all my life, which was wealth and chasing, having a lot of things, material things, owning properties, owning cars and motorbikes and all sorts of things. And I wanted to get on a journey of self-discovery to discover who Bernardo Moya could become. Because if that's what I ask my clients or customers or people that I work with or the people that read my book, I couldn't be incongruent. And I see so much incongruency in the world. And I don't think it's right. And also I think that we're missing the spot within the personal development world. And I'll come to that at the end of my talk, and I'll tell you what I think the solution is. But I basically decided to move to the US. I didn't own pretty much anything apart from, you know, some stuff that I had in some boxes, which I took with me to the US, some personal stuff, albums, some extra shirts. But, you know, I got rid of pretty much everything, especially all my possessions. I gave that to my family and I moved on. And then with COVID, well, obviously, you know, the world changed, not only for me, for everyone. And then all of a sudden, the things that become important, well, I wasn't close to my family. So I wanted to get close to them, at least to my kids, to make sure that I was there for them. And so I left all my things in storage in the US. Cutting a long story very short, everything got lost. I lost all my possessions in the US when I came back to Europe. And I had 2 suitcases, which are part of my traveling. I'm a bit of a nomad now. I love it. I have my camera, my lights, and literally a good internet. And hopefully, and today's not great, but a good internet. And I literally run my company. I run my business. And on my trip back from coming to see my son, I had 5 pairs of shoes and I lost all of them. I only had an old pair of Vans that I had inside my motorbike. And And I remember because I was saying to the universe, you know what, I don't want all these things. I want less. I don't want to have so many things. And guess what happened? Well, the universe listened. You know, that's the whole thing of manifesting thing. I'm a great believer that if you think whatever it is that you think you can create, you know, and you need to create things in your mind for them to become a reality. Well, that happened to me. I literally lost everything. I'm not sure if that's happened to anyone, but I lost everything I had in storage. I lost my shoes, and I actually lost my mom, which obviously was far worse. You know, it was, for me, it was the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. And by losing my shoes, I thought, well, what is the universe trying to tell me here? I mean, luckily I had an old pair of Vans and my motorbike boots. But I was saying, what is the universe trying to tell me here? I've lost everything that I had. I don't have anything else. Well, first of all, I heard that the universe is listening. It's listening. So if you ask, you will receive. Well, I received. I had nothing. And but anyway, I do have a pair more shoes now. I just wanted for you to rest assured. But I wanted to share with you how many of you have lost things. And how many of you hit rock bottom? And you know, and it might be material things, it might be people that you love, it might be things, but how many of you lost things and all of a sudden you feel like everything, oh my God, you know, this is the end. And I still have flashbacks of, oh my God, I lost that as well. Oh my God, I don't have that anymore. And the fact is that everyone has, you know, we all have that. We all lose things, we lose companies, we lose money, we lose families, we lose friends, we lose clothes, we lose all sorts of things. But, you know, at the end of the day, life continues. Because at the end of the day, you can't take anything with you. And that's what I learned. I think everything came from my mum when she passed away. She had so many things, like so many things, so many shoes, nothing, apart from a couple of tops that my daughter took and my niece, nothing. And we spend our lives trying to grab things and hold on to things. Why? It's like stagnant water, you know, it just literally gets rotten and it doesn't make any sense. So when you see someone that's homeless and you see someone that has either had a home and, you know, was in a fire or you know, they lived in a war zone, and I think we need a little bit or a lot more empathy. I'm definitely a lot more empathetic now because we just don't know what scars people have. We don't know what people have gone through, and no one would know. You know, I'm making this public, and I share this story because I think it's something that, you know, as I said, in my journey of self-discovery has helped me to understand. And I feel that I'm a better individual. I'm a better person for it. And I also believe that I watched a documentary on Netflix a year ago, and I read the book about being minimalistic and the advantages of having less clothes and having less things, and how we don't pollute the world, and how much waste and how much pressure we put on ourselves because we need more clothes, and which means we need to make more money. And we live in this vicious circle, and everything is created from a mindset of publicity and trying to sell us things. So again, these are all the things that, I'm thinking, well, this is missing in the personal development. Well, why aren't we talking more about this? But I still haven't got to what the really important thing is. So with everything and anything that's happened to me, and anything and everything that's happened to everyone all over the world, well, I suppose, like you know, you won, you know, what you won, and what you really need, what I really need, what we all need health. Guess what? It's been on the top of the priority list now. But guess what? It has been forever. It has been forever. Now, if you're overweight and you couldn't breathe and you just didn't want to catch COVID, everyone's at home wearing masks. Why? Because we want to stay alive. We want to stay alive. And we spend our lives focusing on wealth and money and more things, and let's eat that chips, and let's eat those potatoes, and let's eat those cakes, and let's worry about exercise next year. But guess what? We all want to live. We all want to live longer. We all want to be around. And the second thing that's missing, which is the really important thing, again, in personal development, why don't we talk about this more? Well, the thing that's missing is love. Love. You see, you can be the best salesperson in the world. You can have more cryptocurrency than anyone. You could become an amazing influencer on Instagram. You could be a global entrepreneur. You could be a pilot. You could own islands. You could own all sorts of things. And guess what? If you don't have any love, you feel empty. You feel lonely. We spend our lives our lives seeking love, looking for love, wanting love, holding on to love. We don't want to be alone. And there's so much loneliness. Imagine how many people have spent hours and weeks and months alone. So my conclusion, and I don't know how I'm doing for time here, because I can, I can improvise and all of a sudden I can speak for longer, I can speak for less time. So please just give me some heads up on when you need me to finish. Give me a couple of minutes. So ultimately what we need is we all need more love. And what we all want and what we should all have and what we should all pursue is more love. And I think Jan was just saying that kindness is a limb that is a part of love. And I love it. And it's so true. The important conversations to have now, the important conversations to have forever, but hopefully from where we are now, it should create a level of consciousness around the important things. And the important thing is what's important. The important thing is what's important. And what's important is to stay alive, to stay healthy, and to seek love, look for love, share love, find love, give love. And you give love by being kind, by being, by acts of kindness. You see, a kind word is love. Oh my God, you look amazing today. Have you been exercising? Well, there you go. Your day looks, oh yes, I have actually. How did you notice? Now all of a sudden you feel so much better. And that's the thing, you see, a kind word, a kind act. So when Jill invited me to talk about kindness, I said, well, I would love to, because it really has been my focus this last year. And because I put my money where my mouth is, now my next big event is all around, it's called the Love Event. The Love Event, it's going to be happening next year. I want it to become the biggest global event around love, kindness, and awareness. Because you see, Dr. Cheryl Earle, who's a phenomenal explorer, of the oceans, says that you don't care about what you do not know about. And the reason why people don't care that people are dying of hunger, or the reason people don't care that some people are being abused physically, emotionally, or by racism, or the reason that people don't care that the oceans are full of plastic and the oceans are full of plastics, or the reason that people don't care about things is because they don't know, or they wish not to know. But I think it has to be our job, it has to be our objective to create awareness for people to care about these things. Again, because it's an act of love. It's an act of kindness. The world is bigger than us. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us. The world has been here billions of years. It will be here billions of years after we leave. We're leaving the world, the environment, the society in shambles. It's in shambles. And we don't have these conversations. So for me, personal development and professional development, and ultimately the best you, is about you ultimately becoming the best version of yourself. Because by you becoming the best version of yourself, everyone around you will become better. Everyone. Your business, the people you work for, your community, and it has a ripple effect. So we have to focus on the things that are important, and the important things are the important things. And we have to focus around the idea of love and kindness and creating awareness of the conversations that need to be had, that aren't being had, because we just don't care, because we're focusing on things that aren't important. And I hope that everyone is taking the teachings and learnings of COVID-19 that has had a phenomenal, ridiculous impact, positively and negatively and positively on the planet, really triggers a level of consciousness that starts making people become more aware, to become more kind, to become more loving. So that's what I've learned from losing my shoes. No, I'm only joking. I'm just saying is that's what I've learned of being on this planet for 56 years. That's what I've learned from being an entrepreneur for 35 years. And for being in the personal development for 15, that my priorities were wrong. And I was like everyone else. And I had the cars, and I lost my money. I've lost my money twice. And I'm not talking only about how much falling out of my pocket, because I've lost that so many times. I literally had to start from zero twice. The second time was when I was 40, when I lost all my money and I was in the real estate market. I lost everything, all my houses, everything, and I had to start all over again. That's when I got into personal development. That's when I got into promoting events. And then I had this next shift, which is what I'm going through now. So I'll be sharing my book, and I don't really have a presentation. I'm just simply going to give you a couple of screenshots where you can literally scan the codes if you wanted to. I'm giving my book away, which is called The Question, Find Your True Purpose. And it is based around my story and what I believe are the key assets, the key aspects of what people should have now. And it is around resilience. It's about revolution, which is change, and about reinvention. I wrote this book before COVID, so I think it's very, very current now. I think those are the pillars for anyone to live a fulfilled life, and how and why we should be asking ourselves empowering questions, because I believe that the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. There you go. That's the solution. The quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. If you wake up in the morning and say, oh my God, how ugly do I look today? Well, that's not a great question, is it? Now, if you wake up in the morning, you look and say, oh my God, who am I going to inspire today? Well, you see, that's an empowering question. So the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. And that's what I've learned. And I keep asking myself empowering questions of how can I do more? How can I be more? But I do know that I need less. I know that I can do more, and everything that I've done, I don't think is enough. And I think we all have that. I all think we have that phenomenal inner resilience within us, that we're capable of doing the most amazing things. I believe in humanity. I believe in each and every one of you, and I haven't met you yet, but I believe in each and every one of you, and all of you are here for a reason. And I want you, and that's the question that I'm leaving you here with today. What are you here for? What is your purpose? That's it.
That was amazing, Bernardo. Thank you so much. It really spoke to me. I mean, it's so true. What you put out into the universe is what you get back. It may not be instant. It may be a couple days down the road. Just yesterday, I was waiting on a delivery, and it was what I was expecting was not covered, and I knew it wasn't going to be covered. And there's a big rainstorm coming in. I'm in Florida. We have thunderstorms every single afternoon, and I'm like, please, God, just let this guy be able to back his trailer into my garage and get my delivery in a dry state. Do you know that the minute that trailer was inside of the garage, it poured? And I actually said, thank you, God. That is exactly what I need.
Thank you.
So, I mean, it's so true. I've experienced it multiple times. I really actually have.
Well, thank you.
If you want,
I don't know if anyone has any questions. I didn't say if
you want to put up your slides so that
Sure.
So that they can scan that, that'd be great. And then we're going to get the breakout rooms going in a minute. Bernardo, we did have, what was the doctor who quoted, you don't know, you don't care about what you don't know about.
Cheryl Earle, Dr. Cheryl Earle, I believe it is. That's the way, I'm not sure. Can you see my slide there? Can you see it?
Kind of.
Let me know if you can see it.
We can see it.
Okay. So okay. that's the just, if you just scan it, that's a free copy of the book. It's the audio version. If you don't like my voice, don't download it. But if you do, then that's me reading the book, and you can scan it and get it there. Let me know when you guys got it. If not, I will be sharing this with,
and I'll also post a link too.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. And that's, if you wanted to work with me, find out more about me, you can scan that. That's my webpage, and it's got my contact details for anyone that would want to work with me. That's it. That's my sales pitch of the day. I've done. And if you guys have any questions before we jump off, I'll be happy to answer them. Just at least a couple.
I haven't seen any questions, and we're gonna open up for shares after the breakout sessions too. So we'll be able to maybe get a couple of questions answered, let everybody know how the breakout sessions themselves went. So, okay, everybody, put your thinking caps on. What are you here for? What is your ultimate purpose? That we're going to give, we've got, what I said, 10 minutes for the breakouts. There's 3 to 4 people per room. So give yourselves 2 minutes each, a minute for sharing, a minute for feedback. Laura, I see your hand raised. As usual, somebody designated timekeeper. Laura, is it a quick question?
Well, it involves Bernardo, I was going to ask what partnerships. I noticed on his form that he's discussed partnerships. Is that a question to better ask if we meet virtual?
Yeah, I mean, feel free to fill it in and just, or contact me, whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe not here now, but I'll be delighted to kind of explore anything with anyone, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so if everybody's ready, we're going to go into the breakout rooms. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope that was an amazing breakout session for you. Who would like to share? Let's take three people who'd like to share. Raise your hand. I see Amanda. I don't have it on gallery view, so I can't see everybody. Amanda was first, then Jennifer, and who'd like to go third? James, why don't we have you go third?
So yeah, thank you. And what we all notice is how COVID has really assisted us to deepen within our purpose and what we're here to do, even if we've been in transition or changing some things up, because we are in a year of change. But it's gotten us more centered and grounded in how we're here to serve and the ways, like what's truly important and our focus.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Jennifer.
Well, Amanda and I were in the breakout room, so I'm going to say ditto. And it always amazes me that in each room, no matter who is in the room, is that we're all light workers in some way, whether it's physically doing a holistic modality or having teas or selling knives, or it doesn't really matter. At some point, there's an essence within us that brings out that light, and that brings out that light for other people.
Absolutely. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And James.
Yes. So, I was in the same group, and I was just amazed at how the people in my group were all like, we had a big purpose, right? We all wanted to raise consciousness. We wanted to connect souls. For me, I want to share love, light, and luxury. And we built them into our business. And, we're in a very special group because, most of the world, they don't think that way. They don't go after their dreams. They don't go after the big version and become what Bernardo say. It's like, the best version of us, right? And when you have that big vision in your business, in your dream, that's going to, I find, and we all have that in this group. It pulls us, towards the light, right? Towards more love. And, our lives are going to be so much better off because that's what we're focusing on. Like Bernardo say, what you ask the universe, what you put out there, you're going to get back. So, and we're doing that in our businesses. It sounds like in my group, we're all doing that. We're all putting out great things and what we want to connect to more. And so that's what the universe is going to give us. So that's what I found. And in my group, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. And I can't believe I picked 3 people from the same group. I mean, that's just how that's.
We were excited.
Bernardo, any closing comments?
No, I was saying to my group that kind of like, it's obviously been beautiful because obviously, this everyone here is attracted or interested in the idea of being kind and kindness. And so obviously, people, all of you are drawn towards it. And obviously, you're all driven and everyone's motivated. No, I think kind of one of the things, and I think just mentioned it there, was it James, and he was just saying about, kind of one of the things I always talk about is about thinking big. At the end of the day, guess what? Because thinking big is the same as thinking small. It's absolutely free. So, if you're going to think big. And I can't appreciate, I don't understand people that think small, Well, you've got to think of the most ridiculous, amazing things in your mind and in your life. And then you'll find a way around to make it happen. A lot of people want to have the step-by-step guides, and the instructions of what I'm going to do in month 3, month 6, month 9. Every single event that I've done, every big event that I've done, everything that I've done in my life have always been with the idea of the goal in mind, the final objective in mind. And what I do is I completely live it. I see it. I imagine it. I look at the steps that I need to do. I'm saying to simply make it a reality. Then I find the way of how I'm going to do it. Once I've decided that I'm going to do something, nothing will stop me. I just literally move forward step by step. I'll find a way afterwards. That kind of thing of jump off the cliff and then build a plane on the way down. That's been my approach to life always.
and
it works.
Working very well for you.
It works. So think big. And I'm delighted. So no, I want to thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to share a few ideas. I want to thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And I know Jill is really sorry that she missed this, and I'll make sure that she gets the recording.
That's fine. Tell her I won't take it personally. I'm only joking. Just wish her my love, and love to all of you. Thank you so much. May the best be with you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I posted the link to Bernardo's book and his contact information in the chat again for everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you.
Big jazz hands for Bernardo. A round of applause.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't have Jill's props, so.
It's all right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernardo. Okay. So before we go into our sharing circle, I have a couple of announcements to make. They're going to be very, very brief. Jill said to let you know that we have a new upcoming program called Kindness Keepers, and that there'll be more information coming about that. And that everybody who enrolls someone else into the Year of Kindness, which includes the Kindness Summit, which is happening in November, will get a special group mastermind.
Good. How's it going?
And one winner, I'm going to mute you, Gary, and one winner will also get a private session with Jill. So this is brand new information. So I don't have any additional information on either of these, but stay tuned. Some good stuff is coming. So as usual, our next breakout will be the giving and receiving exercise. What do you need? What do you have to offer? I've recreated the breakout rooms. And does anybody have any questions before we go in? No, you guys are getting to be old hats at this. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, so breakout rooms are opening in just a couple of seconds, and it'll be another 10 minutes, 3 to 4 people per room. So you're going to have about 2 minutes apiece, and don't forget to designate a timekeeper. What do you need and what can you offer? Here we go. And by the way, the chat will be open for the breakout rooms as well. If you want to share information, you'll just have to remember to save your personal chats at the end.
We needed to be together again.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left. Is there anybody who'd like to share? Actually, before we do that, I want to remind you that we do have this the Kindness Circle Community Skillshare Google Doc. So if you haven't added your information to it yet, or if you forgot about it and you might need to contact somebody, here's the link to that. So if you haven't already entered your information into that, and just, please use it for your own personal use. Do not go adding everybody's names to your email list. That's just the respectful and the kind thing to do. So who'd like to share? Hands raised, anybody? Anybody? Come on, don't be shy now.
Okay, I'll share.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah, like in our group, it's like what I realized is that, like a lot of us were light workers, we're like into like really making a difference in the world, high consciousness. And there's a lot of us in this group But, you know, like I noticed that the rest of the world, we're very special. Like I was telling the group, we're like less than 1% of the population out there that seek light and want to share that light and love to the world. So, you know, we're a very special group. And, you know, just because all of us here, you know, we're connected to it, the rest of the world, they need us because there's not that many people doing what we're doing, you know, that want to spread kindness, right? Want to spread love, want to spread light. And so I just wanted to acknowledge and recognize everyone here who's doing that, because everyone in my group, we were all doing that. So, and I want to recognize us that we're doing something very unique and special, and the world needs us, and to continue to do what you're doing, because, you know, not many people out there, we're top 1% of the 1% out there doing this work. That's all.
That's amazing. Thank you, James. Jennifer, go ahead.
I was looking to see if I was on mute. What I just wanted to say, what a happy accident that we were all in the same group again. I mean, I've next month I'll probably get to talk with everyone else, but I think, was everybody in the same groups?
They shouldn't have been.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
we
a
were.
fake thing.
Yeah.
Well, what was so cool is that even with only a minute and a half to 2 minutes, you got to experience their essence on a deeper level. So that was really kind and really cool at the same time.
Awesome. Okay. Randall.
Let me unmute myself. We were in the same group again. I think we may have all gotten put in the same group again, but it's okay. I enjoyed the ladies, and we also had Todd join us. So it was a great conversation, and it is a wonderful thing to see how many people out here truly care about giving kindness and inspiring people and lifting and building people around them. And happy to be able to, you know, I had the chance to meet Jill at a conference this last weekend, and just so glad that she invited me to become part of the Circle of Kindness. So happy to be here.
We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Mike.
Yeah, so I'm just happy the universe put me back in the same room, because I mean, you know, I talked to Randy. Well, I've been in the Kindness Circle for, you know, since it started last year, but being put in with two people that are, you know, have experience in publishing books, and so I'm working on a book, so that's really cool. So I was just very thankful for that, and this community just really, you know, gives me a lift every single month to just stretches me, and I just love it. So thank you all.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And I swear I hit recreate. I know I did. And finally, Patsy.
Hi, everybody. I got popped into a room of people that had already been together, so I made them talk. So I didn't get to meet them. So, and the part that was really fun is when I was sharing what I could offer is I have a style strategy power hour to help you know what pick on an outfit, what wear on Zoom. And one of the ladies in the group already has an appointment with me this afternoon. So she got to meet me here. So I thought that was hysterical. So
we had that happen a couple of months ago too. During the Kindness Circle, I think it was Rachel and Diane. I saw Rachel earlier, and I'm not sure if Diane is here or not, but they got put into a group, and they actually happened to have a call scheduled for that day too. So yeah, I mean, talk about the universe working its magic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the top of the hour. We are so grateful, both Jill and I are so grateful that you all joined us here. We will see you next month. Next month's guest speaker is Bob Berg of the Go Givers. So we're all looking forward to that. And if you need anything, you can always reach me at info@jilllublin.com, and I'm here every day. So we're just here to support you for what you guys need. And let's just go out there and be kind, everybody.